Bada bing, bada boom. What's up, guys? Wait for a few more people to hop in. What's up, everybody? How's everyone's day been going so far? I'll get started in a few minutes once a few more people hop on. Drop in the comments how's your day going. If you're in insurance, have you made any sales this week? How's your week been? Things like that. This is kind of like spur of the moment live, but I just kind of, like stop posting without telling you guys. So I wanted to hop on here quickly. I've been kind of working all day. What time is it? It's 9:34 p.m. where I'm at. So I've been working on and off since like 5. Well, this morning. I had actually a photo shoot today for my business. And then I had some errands to run. I'm going out of town for the weekend. So I had to get some things done leaving tomorrow morning. So let's see. What's up, DJ Shawty Swag? Y'all ask any questions or anything you want me to touch on. I'll pretty much touch on a few things today. Like I said, this is spur of the moment type thing. I didn't plan this. Usually I try to post it on my socials as well as on the community page on YouTube, but kind of last minute. I don't even have like my lighting set up, like nothing set up. And so yeah, it's kind of spur of the moment before I go on my little mini vacation this weekend. I wanted to hop on here. How's everyone's day? You guys are not talking to me. You guys are pretty dry. No, I'm just kidding. But I would love to hear how you guys' day is going and everything like that. But essentially, as you guys know, I was posting on YouTube since my insurance journey for my channel started July 2nd, I believe, July 2nd of 2020. And I was, posting every week. And I got to a point where I was even posting twice a week. And I was like, I need a break. I was going, and I just started my break a few weeks ago. So I was going from July of last year to June of this year. So it was almost an entire year. Me posting consistently every week, sometimes posting twice a week. It was a lot. So I needed time to like revamp, try to, not rebrand, but make sure that I'm putting out fresh content for you guys. I don't ever want to get drained and make it seem like a job. So I'm like, yeah, let me just take a break. I said I was going to do it for the summer, but I'm not completely sure how long I'm going to do it. It just depends. But in terms of insurance, as many of you guys know, I started my agency in January of this year. So I'm coming up on the end of my 6th month as an agency owner. And it has been completely amazing. It's been a dream come true. I wouldn't trade it for the world. People always say that, like, are in business, like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? I wasn't able to 10 years ago, but it's truly been amazing. I've learned more than I could have ever learned working under somebody. Just the things you have to go through to get the knowledge that you have. I really appreciate my journey so far. I enjoy having the flexibility, the freedom to come and go as I please. It's nice. It's nice for sure. I'm able to work from home. I'm able to work from a coffee shop. I'm able to work from the beach. I'm able to work in a different country if that's where I am, just because I have that flexibility as well. I am looking to actually bring on somebody salaried soon. because it can be a lot, running an agency. But my biggest thing is like I know I can always handle it. Like, of course it's going to get to a point where I'm going to be like, I might not be able to handle this. But the more people you have, the more agents that you have, it helps drive revenue as well. I'm doing pretty good with revenue, but it can always be better. So I know if I have someone licensed working alongside of me, that'll help the revenue as well. It'll help, build their brand, their knowledge of insurance, as well as their pocket. So the hiring process is always um, it's always a lot, to be honest. I remember when I was at my other job and I would have to hire people, and sometimes you have to go through a lot of people to go, to get to that one person that's actually good. So I'm going to start on that journey. I do have a few agents that are under me right now that are like contracted, so they're just commission only. But I mean, essentially, it's been really just me writing insurance premium. I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful for all the clients referrals that have been sent to me. It's been truly amazing. Um, like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world. So I've learned a lot in these 6 months, and it's crazy how in 6 months I've learned so much. Like if 6-month-old agency owner Kenny could go back and tell day one Kenny everything he knows now, I'll be straight. Like even in 6 months, so I get to that year mark, when I get to that 2-year mark, that 5-year mark, that 10 mark, I'm gonna be unstoppable. So excuse me. So I'm very excited to get to that point. I'm just going to Atlanta for a few days. I have some friends down there, and we're going to hang out, and then I'm going to Texas next month, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to Hawaii. Um, I got something in the works for that as well for my YouTube channel. And then as far as my content, like just let me know what type of content you guys want to see. I know I did a lot of day in the life videos of an insurance agent. I did some of how tips on passing the state exam. I also did I didn't do a lot of it in the end, but in the beginning, I was doing a lot of product knowledge, like what is a general liability policy? What is a renter's insurance policy? Stuff like that. Just let me know what type of content you guys actually want to see. You guys want to see what it's like to be an insurance agent, how much money does an insurance agent make, whatever, let me know. Because it does become a lot to constantly come up with content, and I'm making the content for my subscribers. So if they're not really enjoying it, then what am I doing it for? So um, just let me know what type of content you guys want to see. But I've been looking at a lot of YouTube. Even though I'm not posting on YouTube, I am on YouTube literally every day. In terms of insurance wise, I look at Chris, insurance guy. He's really good. I think he's like a year older than me, but he graduated college and went right into his insurance agency. So he always talks about how to build your agency and things like that. So I go to his channel a lot and watch his stuff. Nicholas Saka out of Las Vegas, Nevada, he has 2 Allstate agencies, and he does insurance about how to hire people. Just he's done a day in the life video of a insurance agency owner, just different things like that. He has a lot of wisdom as well. I've actually did a video. I actually did a video with him. I interviewed him just to drop some nuggets of what uh, some good feedback. I'm sorry, my mom's going blank. Some good feedback of just an agency owner. He's been in the game, I think, 5 years, and I'm pretty new. So just being able to see, or hear what he had to say was very valuable to me. I'm pretty sure it was valuable to a lot of people. So yeah. I live in North Carolina. I do not live in California. I went to San Diego once. It was pretty cool. And I was thinking to myself, if I ever did move to another state, because I'm from North Carolina. I've lived in North Carolina my whole life. I'm just in a different city. So I don't know how I would even build my clientele, or my book of business in another state. Because here, I use a lot of business owner groups. I'm in networking groups. I'm in how's my marketing? My warm market, reaching out to people. I know a lot of people in North Carolina. So thank God for me, as I always say, I've never had to buy leads. So I can imagine me moving to like Texas, Cali, Denver. I mean, wherever. It's like I know that'll be probably a challenge, and then I would probably have to maybe buy leads. I don't know. I don't really agree with buying leads just because of the retention that they hold. It's usually not high. Or from what I've seen and in agents as well that have um, I've worked with or worked under, we get the leads. My old agency owner used to buy leads and they would never stick, or they would be a big hassle. They would always need something and complaining, and then they would leave you for another agency that was $10 cheaper like 2 months later. I just got my PNC license through State Farm. I really hope to be independent someday. How did you get to that point? So when I started with State Farm, I knew I didn't want to stay with State Farm. They're the number one insurer in the country. So why not go to the biggest and the best? They're literally a machine. So why not go there, learn their processes, learn how they do things, and then go from there? I will say State Farm is probably one of the, if you can write a policy through State Farm, you can write it anywhere. And more so on the commercial side is what I saw. Like you have to go through so many steps to do such a simple policy. So once you get on the independent side, things are a lot easier. So I was there from July to until like late December. So probably like what, about six months I was there. And at the end, I knew I was like kind of ready to go. It was kind of getting very repetitive, making cold calls all day. I was kind of burnt out, and I was getting a lot of referrals from my social media. I was marketing myself as an insurance agent, and I'm like, yeah, I can definitely do this on my own, build my own book of business, because at State Farm, as a team member, you don't get residuals. And I know that I wanted to get that residuals and renewals. Like literally, I've been in the game my own agency 6 months, and some of my car insurance and other things like that are starting to renew. And even at the beginning of next year, I'm going to have a lot of renewals. So on top of the new business that I write, I'm also going to have that cushion of the renewals. And that's when I think I want to bring somebody in for like salary wise, because every month, with the exception of people that may cancel, knock on wood, I haven't had anybody cancel, but with the exception of that, you're going to have that consistent money coming in. Then year 3, you're going to have the renewals and residuals from year 1 and 2, and so forth. So I knew I wanted to be independent to begin with. Just do your research, look at different organizations or associations to be a part of, and then kind of take that leap of faith when you are ready. Independent, of course, is more money, higher commission, but of course, with State Farm, you don't really have to market as much because people are always going to call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They're paying for the commercials and things like that. So people are always going to call. For me to get my phone to ring, I have to really get out there and hustle. I have to, market, pass out business cards, always be talking to people. And even on my personal car, I have like huge magnets with my company logo and my face on it. And I think that's a very smart idea. I was in the barbershop today, and this guy came up to me. He said, "Hey, are you a real estate agent?" And I said, "No, I'm an insurance agent." And we got to talk, and he said, "I actually have a contracting company. I need insurance." And that's kind of one of the things I specialize in, is helping like contractors, handymen, things like that. So he got my information. He said, "I'm going to be calling you. I have this business." Then he has a cleaning business as well. I do a lot of cleaning businesses, but he said they already have insurance, but he wants to do that. And then he says, well, it's his car and some other things. So, just for me having that magnet on my car, that attracted him. And I get a lot of, like feedback from my car. Like people will call on the road, like, "Hey, I just saw your magnet. What kind of insurance do you do?" So you just want to always be marketable. You never know who's looking. And then I always say, when you market yourself on socials, like social media, like Instagram, Facebook, it's never make posts like, "I'm an insurance agent, buy this," or "Who wants car insurance?" Or, nobody's ever really going to buy into that. You got to kind of do a lifestyle type thing, which is what I'm doing with mine. I kind of show you guys for those that don't follow me on Instagram. Let's see. It's like this one right here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can. Yeah, perfect. So I was talking about working from home and the flexibility of being an insurance agent. And like I was talking about insurance in the post, but I wasn't saying buy from me. But of course, you know, people are going to see that, oh, he is in insurance. It's like a subtle way of saying like I'm in insurance, and I constantly post content like that on my page. I'm actually having a post coming out soon because I'm about to hit my 100th client, and also I've written single-handedly $100,000 in insurance premium. I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for that. So I'm making a post about that just to market that and just show people that I am out here working. And then when I hashtag like insurance, insurance agent, insurance broker, all that good stuff that goes to that hashtag follow page, and then different brokers and different agents will reach out to me and like congratulate me and things like that, which is really cool because you build that community of different insurance agents all over the country and all over the world. I had a coaching call, I think it was a few weeks ago, with somebody from the Virgin Islands. I've had people from Germany, Russia, I think, Jamaica, somewhere else reach out to me. So I think that's really cool that even though insurance isn't necessarily the same everywhere, it's still like it's one, like we're all insurance agents. And my ad name is my YouTube name. So just KennyJTV is my Instagram name. So yeah. But insurance is definitely not an easy field, I'll say. Like it depends. Like you can go in a call center and do like a lot of inbound calls, but at the same time, insurance is not by any means easy. It's days where I feel like I don't know, I'm just like, yo, what am I doing? It's days where I really feel not defeated, but I feel like a little overwhelmed. But then there's days where people are just constantly calling in. You don't know where they're coming from. They're just like, I need insurance. It's a good premium. They go ahead and get the policy. I would say my least favorite thing about being in insurance is when people reach out to me and they're like, hey, Kenny, I need some insurance on this. You go through the quote, and they'll be like, all right, call me on Wednesday. We can set it up. You call them, they start ignoring your calls. And then, when it gets to a certain point, I do tell them, I'll text them or email them and say, hey, like, if you don't want the insurance, just let me know so I can notate that in my system. And I don't have to keep calling you. Like, I'd rather you say to my face, hey, I don't want the insurance anymore, instead of you keep ignoring my calls, because we're adults. Like, if you don't want the insurance or you found somebody else for a better rate, cool, I understand. I'll talk to you at your renewal. But when you ignore my calls, I don't know, it just shows a lack of communication skills. I don't like that. So that's probably my least favorite thing. It happens more often than none. I had a client that did that to me this week. He got the policy. He's like, it's been a busy day. He's, I'm going to call you before this time. And he didn't call me. Then it was a lot. I'm just like, keep your word, all somebody has is their word. If you can't even keep that, then what does that say about you? I know it's kind of deep, but that's kind of how I view that. So if I tell somebody I'm gonna call you at 4:30, I'm gonna either be calling you at 4:30 or at 4:20. I'm texting you saying, hey, I'm gonna be late. If I like to give a heads up and be very professional with that kind of thing. I did have a career change, so funny story. So I went to college and I graduated in 2018. I majored in pre-physical therapy. I was expecting to go to graduate school, didn't go. I realized that I didn't want to do that at the last minute, but I wanted to go into sales. So I went to Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and I was in their management trainee program. I was there for 2 years, and I worked my way up to assistant manager. I hated that title because, I don't know, I hated that title, assistant manager. But I was there for 2 years, got very stagnant due to politics in the workplace and corporate America and things like that. So after I left there, I was like, what am I going to do next? I was very happy when I left. It was actually during COVID that I left. We had the choice to either leave or stay. And I was like, I'm leaving, whatever. Then I did a lot of research. I'm like, what am I going to do next? It's a lot of different options out here for me to do. But I knew I loved sales, and I was really good at sales. I knew that I could sell ice to an Eskimo. So I was like, I got to stay in sales. I do enjoy talking to people, and I enjoy educating people, because with Enterprise, I was educating people on different products and things like that we offered, which was really cool. That could really help benefit them along the line. And I worked closely with insurance adjusters. So I knew about the coverages on your policy. I knew about all that stuff. So I kept doing research and looked up very lucrative careers, and insurance kept coming up. So then I started doing my research. I had family and friends in insurance and was talking to them. Was on YouTube. Couldn't really find much on YouTube. Wasn't a lot of people that looked like me or was my age in insurance, so I couldn't really technically relate. So I reached out to a few people. Then I started studying for my insurance exam. I was super nervous because I'm a horrible test taker. Like all my friends know that I'm like, yo, tests are not my thing. So I was super nervous going into it, but I always believe what's for you is for you. So I went in. I went in there. I studied for like a month before my first exam. I was super nervous, so I took like super long to do it. And then now here we are, almost a year later. Wow, almost a year later in insurance, and joining the insurance industry was the best decision I have ever made in my life. Like single-handedly the best decision ever. Like it's changed my life. It's a very, very lucrative career. The insurance and financial services industry has the most millionaires out of any industry in the country or in the world, excuse me. The flexibility, the fact that I'm able to change lives, I'm able to educate communities on the importance of whether it's life insurance, whether it's insurance for their business. Like I've literally insured businesses where when they started and now they have huge buildings. Like one of my clients reached out to me. She's like, "Hey, I need a general liability policy for my decorating company." She does like bloom decor, and she calls me 2 weeks or a month ago, and she's like, "Hey, I got a commercial vehicle, like a van for my company. Can you insure that?" Cool. Super happy for her. We're on the phone celebrating because at this point, like my clients are like my family. Like when I tell you I can call each one of my clients and talk to them because like I take time to really know who they are and build that rapport because that also helps when it's time for retention. You know, if they can find insurance cheaper, which they always can, find it a little cheaper somewhere else, but they have that rapport with you, they know that they can call you at any time of the day, any time of the night. That's what's going to keep them, you know. And my 1 year's coming up, so I'm sending out like gifts to my clients and just thanking them for being a part of the family. I kind of sidetracked there. I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. I was saying, yikes! I hate when that happens. Thank you. Yeah, I love insurance. You can educate communities and things like that. Like insurance is hands down like my favorite thing to do. You know, and I have like a niche career, so I can literally go anywhere. Like if I didn't have my agency, and let's say tomorrow I say, you know what, I want to move to LA. I could pack up my bags, I could move to LA, and I would have a lucrative career, or I would have a lucrative or a good paying job in LA. You know, like of course the pay difference is different over there, but at the same time, I can always have a job. I could hit up an Allstate, I could hit up a State Farm, I could hit up an independent agency and get a job there today because I have those licenses and I'm an asset to the insurance industry. So yeah, that's my favorite thing about it. I could literally move anywhere. I mean, now I have my agency, so I could still move anywhere. But I'm super grateful for that. No, I just work for State Farm. So I was I still am technically in a non-compete. I signed one of those for a year. It's effective until a year after I leave, and I left in December, so I have about 6 months left. But I can only work for State Farm, and that's the thing about captive. You're captive to that company. You can't work for like a State Farm, Allstate, Liberty Mutual. You can't work for all those companies at once. You can only work for one. But on the independent side, I have like over 20 carriers I can write through. Like I can write through Allstate. I can write through Liberty Mutual. I can write through like National General for those that know what that is. Like it's different companies, but I am able to write through Travelers. A lot of different companies. So Nationwide is one also. So that's the cool thing about independent. I have like literally 20 plus carriers I can write through at any time. I can type in the information in my computer and it'll come right up. So, and I'm able to insure a wide variety of people opposed to people like with State Farm or a captive agency. You're not as flexible with helping people. You know, if I'm insuring someone and one carrier says no, with the captive words, like that's it. Like if that carrier doesn't insure that risk, it's over. But for captive side, I have other carriers I can write through. I can call and see who would take it and who won and things like that. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, there are some risks, of course, on the independent side that are super hard to insure. I've actually had to turn a few people away. They've all been in the same field, but I can't insure them, which sucks. But one day we're gonna figure out how to insure them. But I'm gonna keep trying and keep doing my research. Insurance is a forever learning experience. Like I'm always learning something in insurance. I'm just trying to figure out if this is something I want as a career. I'm 22 and I just started the job in March. And you at State Farm, how do you like it? How do you like the job? How's it pay so far? What state are you in? And like, what's your biggest struggle so far as an agent? Do you recommend any non-captive agencies offering remote work? What state are you in? Because you can find those pretty much anywhere. I mean, I don't know about non-captive, so independents. I don't really know. Are you looking more on the life side, P&C side? Because if you're looking to do it on the life side, it's really easy actually to contract New York life. Yeah, you can hit up the insurance companies. You can hit up the insurance companies and be a direct independent agent, and you get the full commission. Because if you work under an agency, of course, they're going to take their part, and then they're going to pay you. And a lot of these companies have great training as well. So just look at different life insurance companies to be a part of, and just make sure they're not like MLMs, which are like multi-line marketing. And those are the people that recruit, and that's how they get paid. Like, just let's say I'm new to MLM Marketing Incorporated, right? And I'm the insurance agent. I've been in it 2 weeks. I hit up you and I'm like, hey, listen, this is a great idea. You can make a lot of money selling insurance. And now I'm what you call your upline. So let's say you are writing a policy and you need help, and you call me like, hey, Kenny, I got this policy. I don't know if this is the right one. Can you help me? Because I'm your upline. So I'm like basically your mentor in the MLM. But essentially, I've been in it for 2 weeks. So what do I really know about life insurance? So that's where it gets kind of foggy, because it's like people are so heavy on recruiting that they're not 100% knowledgeable on the products. And this is why a lot of people are 70, 80 years old and they have lapsed policies, or they have policies that aren't renewing because they didn't know what type of policy they had. They knew they had to get life insurance, but they're not the insurance professional. That's us. So they trusted your opinion or your judgment or your recommendation, and they went with it. Yes, you made money off of it, but now here they are, 80 years old, uninsurable, and there's nothing they can do about it, I'm not a fan of the PHP agency at all. I know a lot of people in it, a lot of people. Honestly, I'm gonna give you my 110% opinion about it. I think it's a cult. They're more so focused on recruiting people. They're more so focused on like selling, but they're not, in my opinion, they're not focused on educating. A lot of times I've had conversations with them and they'll say, you sell term insurance and then you invest the rest. But everybody's not going to invest. Everybody doesn't know how to invest. And what those investments do crash. 30 years later, their policy, it doesn't renew. And then they had no life insurance, and now they have no investments, and now they're sick. Now what? Exactly. I do not agree with a lot of different things that PHP does. Which is why I personally would never recommend them to anybody or be a part of them. But it's like anybody that's a part of it, like that's great, that's cool, but it's not what I agree with. They pay for my PNC. So State Farm paid for your PNC licensing. I'm bilingual, so they're paying $19 an hour. My other colleagues are getting $17.75. I'm in Dallas, Texas, so it seems like a very good company. I'm still training. $19 an hour. That's pretty solid. Base, because you're getting commission as well, right? And you're full time. Yeah, it's pretty solid. You're bilingual, so you can honestly you can play that card. Like, you're bilingual. That's amazing. I wish I was bilingual. I honestly wish if I had a bilingual person right now come up to me and say, "Hey, Kenny, can you hire me?" Absolutely. That takes you into a whole other market of that culture, you know, that I can't really. A lot of times, even in Charlotte, we have a lot of Spanish speaking people that just speak Spanish. And as bad as I want to, I don't want to have to Google Translate because to me that's not giving them genuine service. So if I had a bilingual person, that would be amazing, just to help with servicing them and talking to them, and then it's more so you build that trust with them because me, I don't even speak English. I mean Spanish. So if I'm talking to them, they're like, I don't know, this guy might be a little shady. But if it's you speaking Spanish to them, they're gonna build that trust. Just how if I was in another country, it wasn't English. It wasn't an English, I guess, dominant. It wasn't a primarily English speaking country, and I spoke to someone that spoke English and their insurance agency, I would be more likely to go with them for that reason. So live calls is a bit challenging since I'm learning certain workflows with their neck. Oh, I hated Neko. Neko is so trash. It's like 1900s on the computer. It's crazy. They do have a lot of difficult systems. Even when I left, I didn't know them 110%. I was still asking questions. And I was like, what am I going to do when I have my own agency? But when I got to my own agency, it was 110% easier. Like nothing is that difficult. Like when I have to make changes on policies, it takes 2 seconds opposed to going into Neko and F2, F5. Like, yeah, Neko is super hard. I'm a retention specialist. You're a retention, so you're more on the service side, I'm guessing. You're more so handling like policy changes and things like that. And so you're not selling as much, you're more so making sure that the book of business that they have kind of stays. Correct me if I'm wrong. What do you think about the company ideal concepts? What does that mean? Can you elaborate on that? ALH, congratulations on passing your general lines insurance exam today. What state are you in? That's amazing. That's actually amazing. We have a reciprocation policy with North Carolina, so hire me. What state are you in? Are you bilingual? Listen, if you're bilingual, I will on the spot. You can shoot me an email. I'm gonna put my company email in here for you guys. I pin that. Oh, I can. Haha. Yeah. Um. Okay. I just got my. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, what? Yeah, PNCs where I mean, life and health is for sure lucrative. But PNC is a numbers game. It definitely PNC is good money. I'd say go get your PNC. It makes you more marketable as well. Um, Definitely go get your PNC license. It's more marketable than life and health. You'll get hired a lot faster if you're looking to work for somebody to get that knowledge. PNC is the way to go. Like Allstate, I know will hire you if you just have your PNC, and Allstate pays pretty well. Dallas. I actually am in that area sometimes. I have a cousin that lives in Fort Worth, one of my closest cousins. So I'm there sometimes. I actually did a video, what was it, Day in the Life in Fort Worth? Yeah, so I love that area. Yeah, CC. Yeah. You're in Florida. Yo, you know what's crazy? I have so many people from Florida reaching out to me, asking me to come to Florida so I can open up an agency down there so they can work for me. It's crazy. I get so many, and I'm like, that would be kind of nice to. And then one of my closest friends just moved to Fort Myers, Florida. So I'm actually going to be in Florida a lot more. What part of Florida are you in? Maybe we can like get lunch or something and talk some numbers. What percent of agents don't succeed in the business? I'm pretty sure it's well over 90%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over 90%. I don't know the exact numbers. No, 92% of insurance agents fail within the first year. Yeah, 92%. I've never heard of Ideal Concepts Insurance Agency. ALH, are you really bilingual or are you just saying C? Let's see. Just got my PNC license in May. Got hired with Allstate. Watch your video to get tips to pass the test. Passed with the first try. Was scared. That's amazing. Good job. How is it going? Like, with your insurance, like with Allstate, are you learning a lot? Do you find yourself like freaking out? Like, how is it? That's super amazing. Have you sold? What do you find yourself selling the most of? What are you like struggling with? I'm in Arizona. I went to Arizona 2 years ago. I went to Phoenix. It was it was different. It was different than I thought it would be. Not in a bad way. That was pretty cool. I would definitely go back. Just got my PNC beginning of. Oh no, I read that. I'm in Arizona. Just passed my PNC. Went with an agent that pushed commercial. I love commercial. Let's go. And she's what? And he would train, but just put me on the phone. Didn't give me the company part. No, I was looking at some independent. Oh wow. Oh no. Was it like an Allstate or was it an independent agency? Commercial is very lucrative. I always say I'm a commercial insurance agent because that's what I love to do. Over half of my new business every month is commercial insurance. This month, it's a lot of personal lines, but usually it's a lot of commercials. Like today, I insured an auto spa, and then I insured an insurance agent earlier this week, but for her E&O, so that's technically commercial insurance. What is your advice of getting over fear on cold calling? Just be confident. Hopefully they're warm leads that they're giving you and not like these cold, well, you said cold calling, so probably not. But people are going to say no, but you want to get them on the phone. We want to make them smile. At the end of the day, you're just doing the job. You're going to get some people that are going to be rude, but don't take it personal. You're calling. If somebody calls you in the middle of the day, you're probably not going to be too happy, but you're going to get those people that are nice, people that really make your day, and you're going to sell something. So the more you do it, the more comfortable you're getting. After a while, it'll just be like second nature. Like I haven't had to cold call since being an agency owner, or maybe I did once, I think, and maybe, but I haven't really had to do it since being an agency owner. I'm very thankful for that. So Aflac. So I have a friend that is in Aflac. They just do more so like this, in my experience, like disability policies and cancer policies. He refers me a lot of business because they can't write it. So I don't really know if that's something you'd want to do. I would look at your options, but I don't really know much about Aflac. But I know they do a lot of like insurance for companies and things like that. So farmers, I actually had an interview with farmers before State Farm. I think something happened, I didn't go, but I think farmers pretty cool from what I hear. It's a bit overwhelming due to how quick everything came about. Great managers and they help you through. So it's been pretty good. I bonded last week, so I'm feeling a lot better in Arizona too. Also, congrats, Max, passing. Oh wow. So what type of policy did you bind? And did you find it hard, or was it as hard as you think it would be when you were studying for the test, or did you think like, oh, this was actually kind of easy, or like I enjoyed binding a policy? Well, congratulations on that. That's always every time I bind a policy, I celebrate. I play a song and I do a little dance. But because I don't know, I just feel like no matter how big, like if it's a huge life insurance policy or general liability policy, or if it's a small like renter's insurance policy, I'm just as happy because they trusted me with their insurance and they allowed me to be their agent. So I'm always so grateful for anyone that allows me to even just quote their insurance. How does that bilingual spot pay if someone were to work for you? It depends. I would discuss it. It would be negotiable. But you would definitely have goals, like sales goals to meet on a monthly basis. And that would be part of the contract. Like if goals weren't met, you would kind of just be like you would have to take a separation from the company. But I mean, I would pay pretty nicely. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I would pay pretty nicely for someone that was bilingual. Uh, let's see. So you're in Tampa. Oh yeah, you do. Yes. So what I think that says, I'm not bilingual at all. However, I think I am. So you said, are you questioning my Spanish? I'm in Tampa. Is that what that says? I don't know. I just kind of guess. Prometric. Thanks to the girlfriends, but typing it is a little different, not to mention grammar. Yeah, typing it is or writing Spanish is really hard. Like when I took Spanish in college, yeah, when I took Spanish in college, high school, college, one of the two, I could speak it really well, but then when I would have to write it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. However, of course, I wish I would have stuck with it because that would have made me super marketable now as a bilingual African American insurance agent. That would have been pretty amazing. Randall, you could definitely email me and we can talk. It was much easier than I anticipated. My client and I built a great rapport. I did an auto and renters. That's dope though. Think I'm finna have to swagger jack you and do a dance and I want some more. Absolutely. I actually danced to Boogie Wonderland. I don't know if you know that song. It's a super old school song, but I've been doing it since January. And literally every time I bind a policy, I play it on my phone or on a computer. If I have my earphones in, I'll play it. And I just rock out because it's celebration, you know? And I've listened to that song maybe, well, just about to be 100 times. So, it's pretty amazing. And that's great about the auto renters, man. That's super huge. Like, I remember the first policy I ever written as an insurance agent. I ever wrote as an insurance agent. And yeah. And it's crazy because I wrote a renter's policy for him and he's moving again because I personally know him. And so he reached out to me and we're on the phone. He was like, hey, I'm moving. He's going to medical school. And he was like, hey, uh, I need renter's insurance again. I was like, oh yeah, cool, cool. So I was typing it up and I was like, do you know you're my first ever client, like ever? He's like, really? And I was like, yeah, like my first day on the job, I wrote that policy. And I came in the door swinging though. When I was at State Farm, first off, I came in the door swinging. Like I posted on LinkedIn that I was working for State Farm after the pandemic and all this. When I tell you, my old agency owner got referrals from different states because people saw my post. My post had over like 300,000 reactions. I came in the door swinging. Like I was like, oh, this is what insurance is. I can do this. So I always had a leg up because of my marketing on social media. And when I saw how powerful it was in the insurance world, I didn't let up. I said I can't let up. Got on YouTube, got all the things, and it's really been super, super beneficial for me. So as a new agent, just stick with commercial and dabble in personal. It depends on who you work for. If you're doing it for yourself, I would say become a jack of all trades. Because let's say you talk to someone and they say, hey, like you got my commercial insurance for my bakery, thank you. Let's talk about my personal insurance. Let's talk about my car insurance. And if you don't know a lot about it and they can tell, it's not going to be a good sign or a good look. So I'm very, very knowledgeable in personal lines. I'm very knowledgeable in commercial lines as well. Very knowledgeable in life. Health is, I can, like the health products I can, but like ACA, like Affordable Care Act, open enrollment insurance, I have a referral partner that I refer that out to, and then I split the commission. I can write health insurance, but I just decide not to. But if like I have agents, I actually have an agent. She may be coming on with me. She was like, "Hey, am I able to write it myself?" And I said, "Absolutely. I'll put you in those training classes. You can learn all the things." But me, like right now, I'm so busy with like the life insurance. I'm so busy with commercial that I can't really try to learn something new right now. But I definitely want to, learn that. Do we have to? Do we have to read the policies for BATAM? What is that? Do we have to read the policies verbatim in Spanish because it's kind of doable however, it's a debt collector to be honest. Nah, so for policies, a lot of times they don't even, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a policy. Actually, let me pull one up because I actually had to send one to my client today because she never got it. Where was that policy at? Here it is. This policy, I want you guys to guess how many pages this policy is. Because this is wild. I don't know how many pages this policy is. Oh, there it is. And the actual policy, well, this policy was for a general liability policy. She has a property management company out of Georgia. Oh, wow. I wrote another Georgia policy. That's dope. Out of Georgia. That's actually, I'm really happy about that. I was hesitant about getting my Georgia license when I first started my agency. So I've been writing like a lot more Georgia policies, and I'm super excited about that because I'm not even in Georgia. Like I rarely go there. So the fact that I get business in Georgia is amazing to me. But that policy is 115 pages. So a lot of times you don't, I mean, you'll send it to them, it'll be mailed out to them, but a lot of times they don't really ask you to read it. Anything, maybe the COI for commercial insurance, but they want to just know the meat and potatoes of the policy. What does it essentially cover? What does it not cover? And you can pretty much sum that up in about like a paragraph. Just tell them like, hey, it covers this. Like, it's a general liability, a slip and fall policy. It covers a third party, things like that, to make it super simple. Because if you start getting very like insurance terminology on them, they're gonna say, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And you don't ever want to confuse the client. I was playing DMX, I'm gonna give it to you at the pass of the state exam. Yo, after I passed the state exam, did I listen to music? I called my parents. I was so happy. When I passed my final insurance exam and I was completely done, I was so just like relieved it was over. I knew I would never have to take that exam again. And yeah, I was so happy. I don't know if I listened to music or rode home in silence. No, I probably listened to music. It was blasting out in the car. Would it be cool if I email you some time for some pointers? Of course, shoot me an email and I would most definitely email you back to. No, yeah, the policy is 115 pages. So, some policies are definitely not that long. Like for my personal, I'm gonna go to my personal policy. I have it on my computer. I don't think that one is that long. And my renewal's coming up too. They sent me an email and I said, already? Yikes. I don't know if it's that long. Let's see. Document. Is this my policy? Thanks. Oh, this is a lot of pages too. Oh, it's only 5 pages. So this policy is only 5 pages. This is my auto policy opposed to the commercial that was 115 pages. So yeah, big difference. Which is why a lot of people stick to personal lines insurance, because commercial is a whole different beast. Like it's not even remotely close to PNC. I mean, like regular like auto, home. Like you get into a whole different beast with commercial insurance. What is the quickest way to build up non-resident license? Like, are you saying what is the quickest way to get it, or like build up a book of business in another state? Try explaining the termination period to a client. Are you asking me that, or are you saying you had to do that? So most states for non-resident license, you just pay money. You can just go on like NIPR.com, which is like the National Insurance Producer Registry.com, and you go up there and say, I want to apply for a non-resident license. You pick the state. I know states like New York is not a reciprocal state, so you may have to take an exam, but like for Georgia, it was reciprocal. So the states that I'm personally licensed in is North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, and Tennessee. Yeah. In all those states, it just was money was paid, no test or anything like that. And it's a quick turnaround time. I don't remember how long. I'm pretty sure it's under a week that you're approved because you already have your license. So they're just adding on. The main thing they're looking for is for you to pay. So, and then when you're independent, most of the time you just add it on. If you have your own agency, you have to get an agency license most of the time in that state as well to or write insurance in that state. Sometimes they'll let you, like, a lot of surplus lines are not admitted, will let you write if you have a license, not even your agency, if that makes sense. So I know that more people are on here. So what is some content you guys want to see? I'm, trying to work up some new content. I shot some type of video today. Stay tuned for that. I might drop that soon. But what's like some content you guys would like to see regarding YouTube? What type of videos that I already have do you guys like the most of? Which ones don't you guys care for? You guys can be completely honest. It'll help me. It'll help me, bring the best content to you guys. What is your experience working during fourth quarter? Do you mean fourth quarter of the year, fourth quarter of the day? Because I kind of work all the time, so. But I have a lot of free time. My work-life balance is amazing. I don't ever work 24 hours a day. Hold on. So QEP. So I need you to elaborate a little bit on that. But all in all, more content is definitely coming on the way. Just taking a little break right now. I'm very grateful for my subscribers and things like that. Getting a lag in the chat. I'm sorry. More content is on the way. I really appreciate you guys for, you always have all the kind words. Y'all are very supportive, more than you guys know. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So my experience with open enrollment, I have not worked open enrollment because last year I was with State Farm and we don't do open enrollment. We just do like disability income policies. What they did. Disability income policies and things like that. Now that I'm on my own, it's going to be interesting to see how I handle open enrollment this year. If I'm going to participate and just see how I do with that. So I will for sure keep you guys up on that. And that's the thing, like health insurance is like my weakest link. So that's why you said QEPL, like what the heck is that? When I tell you I need to obviously do some studying on like just the health insurance world because it's a whole different beast and I'm not a big fan of it. Definitely. Yeah, hit me up. You said you're in Florida too. What part of Florida are you in? Because I'll be in Florida soon. Like I'll be in Florida actually pretty often. Just let me know what part you're in. Maybe we can go get a drink or something. That'd be pretty cool. Can you explain or direct me to a location that could clarify mastermind of age or sex? A little confusing to me. I could be overanalyzing it. Oh, misstatement of age or sex. Like on a life insurance or health policy? Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. But let me see. Oh, yeah. So basically, what it is, essentially, all it is like, let's say I'm 20 years old on my policy, and I'm actually 42. I'm not 42, guys, but I put that I'm 42 on the policy. When the policy is issued, it'll issue at my correct age, and the premium will adjust. So of course, it'll be higher. That's all it means. Or if I say that I am a woman, but legally I'm a man, and I identify as a man, for life insurance, it's a little less for women. So if I say I'm a woman and they put that and I get the premium, but then it comes back and I'm a man, that premium will adjust and it'll be higher because of my correct sex. So it's just a misstatement and they just correct it in the underwriting process. Anything that has to deal with what we can do to help you out and learn what would be your YouTube channel as well as your audience. Thank you. Oh yeah. The most that y'all can do to help me out is just give me YouTube ideas. What do you like to see? What do you not like to see? I promise it won't hurt my feelings. I don't love one video I make more than the other. I love them all the same. They're all my children. So if y'all don't like one, let me know. I'm still a new YouTuber. I've been doing YouTube with insurance for almost a year next month. So I've been in the insurance field for, that's a secret. That's a secret. I've been in it though. You know what I'm saying? But I will give you a hint. I'm turning 24 next month. So I'm a baby for real. I'm definitely a baby. Transact. I don't know much about them, but I have heard of. They try to recruit me way back in the day as well. I don't know how they are. So let me know. You're in Tampa. Oh, you're in Tampa. Oh wow. How far is that from Fort Myers? Pretty sure it's a few hours though. Um, Dating a life agent, Q&A, and guest mentor available with advice on newbies. Thank you. Is it Raina? Thank you, Raina. Okay, dating life videos. The dating life videos take so long because it's all day. I did like a mini one today with my photo shoot I did. I'll be dropping the photos soon. Y'all want to see a sneak peek? I don't know if I should show y'all for real. Or maybe I'll show one that I won't post. That's a good idea. Let me know if you guys want to see the picture. But yeah, so I'll continue to do those. What I would love to do is get on a video call with somebody on my YouTube, like a subscriber, and have them like ask questions like, "What does it take to be da, da, or whatever?" Oh, the way agents are paid. Oh, that's a really good one. Thank you. Is it Akeem? I like that. I'm gonna write that down. I like that a lot. How agents are paid, because a lot of people don't know or how much you can make. Um, a lot of people just are like, how do you get paid? But at the same time, I can't tell you guys my numbers, how much I'm paid, because I do have people that I pay. So, I have to keep certain things like very confidential. But just know, I will say for life insurance, for life insurance, commission can go anywhere from 50% to well over 100% commission. Like it's crazy. Thanks. I like the agent and client content. So like the day in the life videos, more commission. Yeah, there are like freelance, they call independent agents. Yeah, independent agents that aren't a part of a independent agency. So you could like work directly for like an agent or a company. So like you can work for like one of my life insurance, like AIG. You can work for AIG Life Insurance or Gerber Life and be a direct agent and sell their product, but you don't work for them. You're independent, so you could do that. But the reason I didn't do that route, because I could have done that and I mean kind of went the same way like I am now. The only difference is that I wanted to start a business. I wanted, for tax purposes, of course, and I definitely want to get into that too. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that for like agency owners or even just like as an independent insurance contractor, writing off your miles. How to write off a lot of stuff. Even like my house, I write off a portion of my bills. Like this room is my office. I'm also doing a home office tour soon. Like I have this huge L-shaped desk right here. I have a couch, this bookshelf. I have a mirror with like 2 seats, and like my printer. It's a really dope setup. So I want to show you guys that, but I have to get some more decorations in here first. But the reason I went that route is because I wanted to like build a brand and I wanted to help people the way I wanted to be helped and train them and be able to change their life financially and things like that. I knew I needed an agency. I needed that entity in order to do that. So yeah, do a video on how agents are paid. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that video on how they're getting paid. Do a video explaining what to ask recruiters. Oh yeah. ALH, no wait, Akeem. I need you to be on KennyJTV content team because for an interview. You have really good ideas. Yeah, it's a waste, probably hours, but it's across the beautiful and the halfway point. Listen, we can make something work. That would be really dope. Hello, Kendra. How are you? Kenny is back. I miss you guys more. I really have missed you guys. Content's coming. I promise. I'm gonna try to, even though I'm taking like the summer off, I'm gonna try to post content when I have it. It's just running a business is hard, y'all. Running a business is not easy. It's a good hard though. Like I learn something new every day. Like I said before, it becomes overwhelming, and you have to mentally be strong in order to have a business. Because if you don't, it's like you'll crumble. That's why so many businesses fail within the first 3 years. Because I mean, it's hard. So it's good to have a good support system, good life outside of work, and just things like that. So any final questions before I go? Because it's pretty late, and I have to actually pack and clean up my house before I leave I'm leaving really early in the morning actually, because my friend is flying in from Florida to go to Atlanta. So I have to pick him up from the airport tomorrow. So yeah, I appreciate that, Akeem. You guys just keep going. Content. How would door knock and leads? Okay, how would you door knock and lead you haven't been able to reach by telephone? Appreciate your channel. So that kind of content, I would highly recommend going to Cody Askins. I don't do a lot of like sales training on my. I can of course touch on it, but it's not like I guess my niche. But Cody Askins does a lot of that, and I get a lot of my ideas from him, or like a lot of what I say from Cody Askins. He's a great sales trainer. A lot of free content on his page. He's like the biggest insurance YouTuber there is. Look him up. He's great. Would you reach out via email if possible? Just get my PNC license. Yeah, Kendra, email me. My email is pinned. If you don't see it, let me know. Raina, I'm gonna follow you back. I promise. The next live. How often do you guys want lives? I mean, I can really. This is easy. Like doing the video and editing. Editing is what really is why I'm not posting these videos, because editing takes forever, and then shooting the videos. If you guys knew how much I cut out of those videos, the videos start out 25 minutes, but like I trip over my words. I lose my train of thought. I'm like, yo, what am I even saying? Doesn't make sense. I check my face, make sure nothing's on it. It takes me forever to shoot a video. So it's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Make sure the lighting's right, the camera, it's a lot. So I just saw you, Wendy. Let me go to your page and see what's up. Love, Wendy. Oh, you follow somebody I know. Do you know Julian Parker? I'm just giving people's governments out here. You follow him, though. How do you know him? I went to college with him. I don't know if you really know him or not, but y'all follow each other, and he's like one of my mentees from college. Yeah, just let me know how often you guys want lives. I mean, it's nothing for me to get on here and speak with you guys. I can shoot for another one before July. Yeah, definitely before July. So maybe the end of next week or that following week, like that the 30th or something like that. You guys let me know. My final words to you guys would be just keep pushing, keep going, be all you can be. Insurance is a very lucrative career, but you have to be the 8% that makes it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via the email listed at the top. If you want to do a coaching call with me, the link is literally in any description box on my videos. Any content ideas, feel free to email me, and I promise you I'll shout y'all out if you like give me a great idea. And then we will talk soon, guys, next week. Yeah, next week we'll talk, or the week after that. You guys stay amazing. Keep selling these policies. My name is Kenny J, and this is KennyJTV.